Bowls Australia acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which this stream is produced. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past and present.
Quarterfinal action at the 2024 Australian Open in the men's pairs, and we could not be more excited. Gary Kelly and Corey Wedlock, they take on Josh and Codi Marshall of Tasmania. Very much looking forward to this contest. Of course, we are untimed now, so you can start whenever you like. And this is going to be a brilliant contest for a place in the semi-finals of the 2024 Australian Open. It's going to be one that I think a lot of players and a lot of fans will enjoy watching. Josh and Codi have enjoyed a pretty enjoyable matchup throughout their time, throughout their 4 matches. They took down Nicholas Swan and Andrew Swan in the round of 16. In the round of 32, it was David McNichol and George Draffin. In the round of 64, Jake Burke and Philip Sharp. And in the round of 128, it was Michael Ross and Chris Mitchell. That first round was a 20-19 win, then 19-12, 18-9 and 23-9. They are starting to peak at the right times. There is the hooter, but we have already started this contest. Oh, that was for the women's pairs. They are still being timed, of course. So, very exciting matchup. Josh leading against Corey Wedlock. Gary skipping against Codi. Corey and Gary, their matchups so far have seen a 19-12 win over Guy Madigan and Mitchell Sidebottom. 19-12, the round of 64, had them up against Glenn Clinkett and Darren Christie, 22-8. They won that match. Then the round of 32 was against John Parkinson and Richard Clark. They won 25-9. In the round of 16, they took on Stephen Richardson and Matthew Sargent. Won that 18-9 to book their spot in the quarterfinals. So they haven't conceded more than 10 shots on... Well, they've only just done it once. So they are in ominous form. We know the form that Gary Kelly is in. Corey Wedlock speaks for himself. 2-time world champion last year. Both of these two on this rink won world championships on the Gold Coast in September last year. Corey winning 1 at Helensvale, 1 here. Gary 1 at Helensvale and a runner-up here in the singles. Val Febo here with you, and this is going to be an absolutely brilliant match. And we were supposed to be joined by Paul Holschke, but he's a no-show. So Lachlan Williams is going to jump back on the mic with me. Hopefully you get more than 30 seconds this time, Loch, than what you did in the last match. So I'll turn your mic on. How are you, mate?
Going well, thank you, Val. Yeah, what a cracker we saw in the first session. And if that's anything to go by, we should see another great game here.
You've done an amazing job over this fortnight so far, Loch, with all the pictures. And I know we like to pump up each other's tyres in the media team a lot at Bowls Australia, but you certainly have been quite remarkable. Even on your days off, you've been coming in and helping. It's a remarkable effort over these fortnights from yourself. So well done to you.
Thank you, Val. It's easy to do when you get such quality bowls, and Gary Kelly's just shifted that jack.
But how has he shifted it? He's shifted one closer to his own. So Cohen Litfin and Cody Packer, they take on Ben Harbour and Barry Lester in the top bracket. Then it's Jacob and Kane Nelson up against Flynn O'Shaughnessy and Nathan Rice in the second bracket. That's one semi-final area, so the winner of those two will go through and play each other in the semis. This match, Marshall and Marshall against Wedlock and Kelly for a spot in the semi-finals, and the bottom bracket, Ingham and Baker against Clark and McShane. Every single bracket here has tantalising and mouth-watering matchups.
Yeah, spot on, Val. Names all across the draw, and regardless of who we see in the semis and the finals, it's quality bowls that we can certainly wait on.
So in the end, just one to Corey and Gary, who move ahead after one end in this quarterfinal. Corey, of course, won his maiden Australian Open title last year in the men's fours. The year before that, Gary Kelly won his maiden Australian Open title also in the men's fours. They haven't ventured further in a lot of those other events that they'd love to. Corey Wedlock, he's still well and truly alive in the singles.
Yeah, I'll do my best to stay impartial with the time that I do have on the microphone here. I can see Paul Holchke roaming around, but all transparency, I did tip Corey and Gary to take out the pairs. So
you did. That is actually on record.
Yes, nothing, a little bit of pride on the line, but yeah, they've made a great run so far. But a lot of those tips that we made on the right line a couple of weeks ago, Val, haven't come to fruition. A lot of big names have made exits out of several competitions.
Gary Kelly was my tip in the singles and lost a really tight match there. What has Corey Wedlock got here? Just needs to get around his front. There's Aero Optimus, Gary Kelly, Aerodynamic, Josh Marshall. He's got XGs, and Cody Marshall, Aero Optima. So we've switched positions here. We've moved over to right to the corner of Green 1, Rink 1. Or Rink 2 as we're sitting, but we're right next to Rink 1, which is vacated at the present. So Corey Wedlock sitting one on here, trying to get one behind to cover that back bowl of Josh Marshall. Well, one on, one just in front. He is in ominous form, is Corey Wedlock. As the man of the people, Paul Holchke. Late again. We'll get his microphone ready. Thank you very much, Locke. To do some filling in. Here is Paul.
We can have three-way. Good morning, everybody. It's still morning, isn't it? Another cracking morning here at Broadbeach Bowling Club here on the sunny Gold Coast. We have Corey Wedlock with Gary Kelly from Northern Ireland playing the young Marshall boys.
So Josh Marshall confirmed that it's Cody Marshall's uncle. Such a great bowling family. Cody, of course, in the Right at Home Pathways Jackaroos squad. As this one is quite close, but Corey and Gary still hold sway at the moment. Both of them play out of the Warilla Bowling Club in New South Wales. It's an absolute juggernaut down there. It's monstrous, and they have such elite members as well. Jeremy Henry, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees, and Gary Kelly. I was going to say Aaron Wilson. There's a lot of Aarons. But
are you going to give us some news that no one had heard of?
No, they're definitely not.
News.
Definitely not, as the wind tries to blow its way through, but we're okay. So 1-0 to start things off between Corey and Gary, Josh and Cody. They're such great mates, Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. So Tasmania versus New South Wales, or New South Wales and Ireland.
Corey's funny with his rag, saying, I want you to just come and land on the back bowl here, beat that one.
So Gary Kelly striding out to his left to watch this come in. Will it hold?
It's just his pace, mate. The line was exceptional.
Yeah, it has ended up on the line at the back of the rink, but at the moment they're still holding a couple. Could even be a third. Expecting both wings here to be quite true on this rink too. Not a ditch side or anything like that. And this one looks a bit tight for Cody Marshall. It may just crash into the front. It does promote it. Has it made it a 3? I have got absolutely no idea. There was not one signal made then.
It's quite hard to tell from the angle we're on here, Val.
It was a 3.
It was a 3.
There we go. So 3 to Corey and Gary.
Team Warilla.
And they lead at 4-0 after 2 ends.
To a good start.
Kim Saunders watching on. Let's go, you Tassie champs. Tassie champ yourself, Kim.
It's great that Tassie are up here flying the flag. And to see these young guys doing so well, it's great. Great for the sport in Tassie, and hope there's a lot of Tasmanians viewing in.
Now, how was your little trip to Mermaid Beach, Paul? You get stuck in traffic?
There's a lot of roadworks between Broadbeach and Mermaid with the tram constructions.
Yeah.
But I was able to deliver what I needed to deliver and
deliver the goods.
Plus visit the trophy shop. So I was able to get a few things ticked off that I need to do.
Very nice.
It never stops in the events team. There's always something to do.
There is. Especially these next few months, Paul. We've got the indoors on. The National Development Series is on, which I think is more of a HP event.
Oh, Corey Wedlock. He's just turning it on here.
Well, Corey still involved in 2 events at the moment. Player of the tournament's going to be really interesting. Of course, that's decided by the amount of ranking points accrued by all various different players. And at the moment, Cody Packer and Lara Butler would be 2 of the front runners. Cody's still in the quarterfinals of the singles, quarters of the pairs, and quarters of the fours. Chance of a grand slam, well and truly on the money, or on the cards.
And isn't that great for WA bowls?
He's playing out of Maryland's now, is Cody? As that one comes through.
He's still a Western Australian.
He is. So we'll bring you some updates when we can.
Okay, what's he done here? Hasn't quite reached, unfortunately.
Lord Anning.
He wants, no.
Lord Anning asking, where are all the Kiwis? Unfortunately, none left in the men's pairs. There's a couple in the women's forwards. Taylor Bruce, world champion in the singles. She's still going. She's in the quarterfinals with Sophie Kurzman, Kate Argent-Bowden, and Jessie Cattell, a trio of emerging jackaroos. So that wing bowl of Josh Marshall currently holding sway, but Corey Wedlock has led superbly for Gary Kelly here. This one is just going to crash into the front. No, it's not. It's going to go past.
It's going to be the...
And it's probably going to be the one. Oh, no, went too far. That back bowl of Corey's that's sitting at 5 o'clock, that might still be the shot. It's pretty close. The 2 different angles we've got are very different. I dare say it'll change.
Well, Katie's going to do something here.
And, well,
wow.
1 up possibly to now 3 down.
Just like that. Stroke of the pen.
And succinct from Corey. And this is where you need to go, Gaz.
Forehand draw. Looking to add.
Yeah, this is going to be close. Sits and goes past, but that's a good home. Really good home.
Off the wing bowl there, that helps.
Good to have everybody's company wherever you're watching from around Australia and the world. Where are you watching from? Let us know.
Oh, he likes this one. It's a good line.
It's going to drop underneath.
Oh, it's going And a swing underneath. Bad luck. Good try there by Cody.
Those multicoloured bowls.
It could be a good catcher, Val.
Could certainly be.
It's sitting quite precariously, yep. And Corey's asked him to come down and block that opportunity for a little trail.
Because they are holding 3, so they'd be happy to keep it at this.
Correct.
And move out to a 7-0 lead after 3 if possible. They'd be pretty pleased with that, no questions or no doubt about it.
So he's gone a little bit higher, which is what Corey wanted. How's his speed?
Has he covered and counted maybe?
Might just come into the count here.
Might be a 4.
All right. Well, he's got an opportunity now. This is where you need to take your opportunities. It's funny when you reflect back on your matches that you play and you go, well, if only I'd taken that opportunity, how it could have been different. So this is now a situation where he has an opportunity. So let's see if he can do it.
Cody Marshall, big bowl here in the context of this match very early on.
It's looking a bit wide, I think. Val, and a bit heavy.
May get down. It may get down.
I don't think so.
It won't get down.
Unfortunately.
So I think that's 2 taken out. I reckon this is a 3rd. They're going to get on the. They're going to get on the tape and have a look. Corey's just inspecting his bowls bag for it.
And that's the thing, Val. I think we should keep record of this. How many opportunities are they going to get in this match? And there aren't too many when you're playing the high calibre of player of Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly's stature.
So I think 3 have been taken out here. Let's see what this result is.
3, was it?
Didn't quite see the signal. We will find out. Yes, it was. 7-0 after 3 in favour of Wedlock and Kelly, who are looking to assert their dominance here. They're already out to a big buffer. And at this stage, a lead of more than 6 means that you're only going 17 ends.
Well, at the speed they play, this game could finish early too, Val. Okay, Corey coming down on the forehand, looking to draw another one close. He's very good at that. I was talking to Corey last night. We had a little function to thank Therese Hastings for all her contributions to Bowls Australia and the sport in her coaching capacity.
She's done an amazing job, has Therese Hastings, a WA legend, bona fide. And did ask a couple of people as well where they're watching from. No one from Western Australia yet. But Monterrey, Mexico, Bev Doherty, Wellington.
Is there a Bowling Green in Monterrey?
Monterrey, I'm not sure actually, Peter.
There is, I'm coming.
It's the soccer stadium in Monterrey looks sensational. New Zealand. Asking if Corey and Tees, I guess, play at Mount Lawley. I don't think so. Mount Lawley over in Perth, isn't it?
WA, yeah. Correct.
Good little club, I've heard, at Mount Lawley.
Josh, I think he's come in for shot. Jack high, just under Jack high.
That may not change. So we'll continue to bring you some updates across the rinks.
Corey's changed hands. He's moved to the forehand. No, backhand, I'm sorry. And look at that. My goodness. He is a superstar and good bloke. That's
a brilliant start. Well, brilliant finish, I should say, from Corey Wedlock. But this one here from Josh Marshall, he's not far away, and he just whiskers past.
He says, over to you, Cody. You can do it, buddy.
Nephew and uncle playing together. Great to see. I've had mother, daughter, granddaughter, grandmother. It's a family affair, Bowles.
It certainly
When
is.
are you and Jaden going to play together, Paul? Is he a member at Aberfeldy yet?
No. Unfortunately, he hasn't showed a lot of interest. He's only 8. But maybe in a couple of years he might... he does come down to the bowling club and join in the festivities.
So Dale, Cody Pack is playing now. Asking when he plays next. He's playing right now. And he's in a very tough match against Barry Lester and Ben Hubbard.
They're on rink 5, are they?
Or one of the rinks here.
I think it's rink 5.
5, yep, it is. Daphne Cantrell watching from Moora in Western Australia. So currently sitting at 2 here for Gary and Corey, and that one could have gone anywhere for Cody Marshall.
So Corey's now asked him to come around and cover the back. He's played a lot of bowls. I'd hate to imagine how many games Corey plays in a year. It'd be fascinating to know. It'd be in the hundreds upon hundreds.
Could be. Could honestly be in the thousands.
Could even be. I don't think there'd be too many people would play as much bowls as Corey.
No, well, might not be in the thousands, but it would definitely be a couple of hundred, that's for sure. Because even at the BPL, you're playing, if you're making it all the way to the grand final, you're playing rounds. You're playing over 20 just in a week alone. And then we'll add 2 BPLs in, there's 36. Still 2 to Corey and Gary.
Okay. Corey asking Gary to come around and cover those 2 green bowls from Tasmania. The wind's just picked up a bit here, Val. This may add to the complexity. The greens are running very well here at Broadbeach.
They are running beautifully. Rink 1 at this time of the day is very, very quick. We know that. And watch this come home from Gary Kelly. If it has the weight, which it doesn't.
Not quite up enough.
So they've got 2 here.
So what's Josh going to be looking to do here, do you think, Val?
I'm not sure. I think they're controlling the back of the rink. I don't think they are, actually. That bowl of Gary Kelly's in the deep. So where Josh's leg is, that's the deepest bowl. So they can't afford.
4 o'clock, he's got it covered there.
Yes, I think this is going to be.
He's just going for the forehand draw. Try and cut it down. See if he can beat the Gary Kelly back bowl.
It's trying to get there.
No, that's 2 more.
Won't. I'll double check that. I reckon it's 2. Which is a 9-0 buffer to Corey and Gary. They are whisking away here. They've been in the area constantly and asking the questions of Tasmanian opponents. So this is another brilliant start from Corey Wedlock. He's right on the money.
Just turns it on. The consistency of that man is unbelievable.
Bewildering how good he is. And you saw, I think, last year in that World Championships triples final, what he did against Paul Foster. He wasn't overawed by the situation in any way, shape or form. He was on fire.
He certainly was. And that's why they came home with a gold medal.
Just a quick one, Paul. Bit of a, not an upset of sorts, but a little bit. The World Championship winning pair of Alina Nawawi and Nur Ain Nabila Tamizi, they lost to Deb Saunders and Hayley Packer of WA in the women's pairs 19-12. Just 10 months ago, they were saluting with a gold medal over the Rickson sisters as Josh Marshall puts in a ripper.
Oh, great bowl by Josh. They needed that. Hopefully that'll bring a bit of confidence to his game. Okay, Corey on the forehand, looking to disrupt that green bowl of Josh Marshall. He's just going to come under. Yes.
Lindsay Clark and Kelsey Cottrell getting over the top of Sophie Kurzman and Kate Argent-Bowden, 16-12, and a bit of a dogfight for those two, but they continue their quest for title number 11 at the Australian Open.
Amazing.
A massive lineup between Wendy Wilson and Tris Doolan against Selena Goddard and Samantha Atkinson in the opening round. Selena Goddard and Samantha Atkinson win that 2018 over the 2022 runners-up. Ellen Fife and Christina Christic defeating Lauren and Olivia Slade 27-6. Chloe Stewart and Caitlin Inch 17-11 over Linda House and Christine McGarity. We'll keep going through a couple of these while these bowls are coming through, and then we might bring you a multi-disability update. So that's half of the first round of the women's pairs done. Second half coming up now. We'll go through some of the multi-disabilities as well. That is the knockout stages, of course.
So Corey holding one. Gary seeking some advice. Just come around the back. Cover that one. Here's Corey. He gives very clear instructions. Very impressed. I think he'd make a good skip, Val. What do you think?
I think so.
He's pulled up short. Unfortunately, not going to make it. Still holding one. So what is Cody going to do here? He's coming around as well on the back end. It's hanging out there. Setting himself up for a potential move, some jack movement on his last bowl. Corey emphasising you need to come around the back here, Gary. Give a bit more coverage, please. How is it looking? I don't think it's quite going to make it again. Be a little bit disappointed with that, and you can tell by his facial expressions he wasn't happy.
So this is mightily close.
Okay.
But I'm favouring Corey and Gary here.
So here's another opportunity, Val.
Yep.
Another moment in the game where you got to take your opportunities, and can he do it? It's not.
It's arriving.
It's come down. It's just hanging out.
So one more to Corey and Gary, and after 5, they are ominously leading
10-zip.
10-0. This has been some sort of a start for these two World Championship winning players. Gary Kelly's form over the last 2 years has him right up there with one of the best players in the world. Com Games singles final, World Championship singles final, pairs gold medal, BPL MVP in February. Three-time BPL champ as well. Locke Williams has reminded me of course, with the Melbourne Pulse. They've made one change with Ellen Fife.
Runner-up in the men's singles the year before.
Who's this? I'm talking about Gary Kelly.
Oh, sorry. I apologise.
And Corey Wedlock, of course, won the BPL last year in November. He's a 4-time Bowls Premier League winner now. So
good start by Josh.
Winning everything, but the Marshals, they'll believe that they can come back because, 10-0, this is the time when you want to be dropping leads. The problem is you don't want these two to feel no pressure. If they feel no pressure...
Oh, my goodness.
Then they do things like that, Paul Holschke.
They certainly do.
It's marvellous.
It's just got to sit in awe and just of the ability that this young man has.
It beggars belief. But Josh Marshall not far away. I think that might have done the job.
I still favour the Corey Wedlock bowl. But as we know, there's still a lot of bowls to come. It's a good line here. It's coming in.
He's close. Has he got the cigar? Don't think so. So they do need to get themselves on the board here. Of course, these matches are untimed. Oh, no, that's a bad result. That is not the result that they want as Jimmy Reynolds, the GOAT, walks past us.
World champion.
World champion he is.
The pair of pairs with Damien Delgado.
Champion human being as well.
Correct. How did he go in his singles event this morning? Maybe that's an indication not so well if he's hanging out here at Broadbeach.
Double check that for you.
So currently the multi-disability men's singles
lost to Mark Noble 21-16.
Mark Noble from New Zealand.
Big matchup in the second round there. Tony Bonnell up against Frank Krislovich.
Wow.
David Mins also getting through, beating Lucas Protopapis 21-12. Brett Sellers gone. Josh Barry gone. Cooper White Styles remains. Nice shot there from Cody Marshall. Chris Flavel and Damien Delgado will meet in the second round. Com Games partners. Silver medalists, in fact, together in Birmingham. Michael Vasallo also gone. Will this get down to the jack? No. Look at this replay here, just sitting away Corey Wedlock's bowl.
Ah, sensational.
But Gary Kelly won't need any more invitations to come at this and possibly draw another couple. Will this enter the count? No, I don't. Or maybe.
Close.
It is close.
Gary's only got one bowl left.
Might have just gone that little bit too far.
He does favour the big drive, doesn't he? He's got a very good drive on him.
Don't know if he necessarily needs it, because if he can trail the jack, there's a possibility he can even make 3 here. Comes around, brings it. Have to be a very good trail.
Control weight. Here it comes.
He's in the area.
It's not. Corey doesn't mind it.
He doesn't mind it at all. Will he get a little rub?
Oh,
pushes it up, and that is the one. Wow.
What do you say to that? You got a feel for the Tasmanian boys.
Oh, that is just
heartbreaking.
And I think that's exactly what they were trying as well. It seemed that's what they were doing anyways. Because they celebrated that. That is executed to perfection.
Not sure about that, Val. But I'm sure he was asking him to come around down and sit on that bowl. But
it's what it seemed like. But I think, I don't know, Corey gave it a clap.
Well, got a good result.
Yep.
Well, what can Cody do here? He's on the backhand. I think he's going to go with a little bit of weight here, I'd say. Yep.
He is. What's he got? Not far away.
He's killed it.
Killed everything. There was a big thud on the cameras.
One down. He got the shot.
He did.
Well done, young
Well
man.
played.
He's on the board. Well done.
Brilliantly done from Cody Marshall. They are on the board, in fact. They were down 1. So it's 10-1 after 6. I think I was a bit wrong with what they were doing, but yeah, I thought Corey was in the area. I think Gary, but yeah, definitely not.
Gary getting a bit of his own medicine back, because Gary's done that to many a player in the past.
Yep.
I'm sure these young boys have watched many a game on the live stream of Gary and Corey in the past, and I'm sure they've gleaned a lot of information from watching them, and that's what can happen. So to all those watching the live stream now, thank you.
Sometimes all you need, Paul, is to get yourself on the board.
Yeah, that'll be a big sigh of
Yep.
relief, I dare say.
Still 9 down, but if you can get a big collect, it can get yourself back into the match.
I grew up playing tennis, and we never ever wanted to lose a set 6 love, because it was always...
You never want the dreaded bagel.
No, you certainly don't.
Never, ever want the bagel. Jack McShane and Joey Clark leading Sean Ingham and Sean Baker. 9-1 after 5 ends. That's a big result.
Oh, my big tip, remember, Val?
The 2 young boys, they were.
Previous telecast, I said they're the team to watch out for.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, they were fighting it out for the boys' singles.
2022 final. Joey Clark coming back from a pretty sizable deficit, I remember, in that final.
It was.
So we've got the young boys here, Lockie and Geordie McEwen, walking past us. These 2 are famous now.
They'll be future New Zealand representatives, there's no doubt about that. Did very well in the Mega Bowl, young Lockie. I think he made it to the 4th round.
Very impressive.
Or
Final 16. So this one from Corey Wedlock.
Oh, look at that.
One finger in the air. That'll do.
Just so consistent, Val. He's always got one in there, every end. And it just piles the pressure on, makes it harder for the opposition.
So this is for a place in the semi-finals of the Australian Open. Always difficult to get to. $2:30 p.m. We will be streaming the winner of Cody Packer and Barry Lester. And then they're up against the winner of Kane Nelson and Nathan Rice. Top half of the draw. Good bowl there from Cody Marshall, controlling the tee now.
Does that mean potentially the young boys will play the winner of this game?
So the winner of this will take on the winner of Ingham and Baker and Clark and McShane.
Okay.
Gary Kelly just drifting through. Good home though. But there's a bowl that you can't see on the screen, and that is the back bowl of Cody Marshall, who is controlling the tee at the present. Now he wants this one to come in. It's not quite going to get there, but they have some catches now.
And you can just tell the green is definitely speeding up. It's taking more grass. It's got a lot more finish on it.
Does. Here's Gary Kelly.
What's he doing here?
So they'll want to get to the jack before their opponents do. They've got a number of bowls out to the right of your screen. Gary's coming.
It's coming. Not quite there. Okay, so what do the Marshall boys do? Is he going to look to take it back, where they've got a covering bowl at the back? Game of risk and reward. Or does he draw it in on the backhand? I favour he's going to a little bit of a run at this. He can either take the jack or take out the shot bowl. Okay. He's coming in on the forehand. I think he's going to play a little bit of weight here, Val. Yep. He's missed, unfortunately.
He has, and Gary Kelly now with a chance to really put a stranglehold on this. I reckon it's one at the moment. Big opportunity to possibly land a number.
A little trail, and he could make 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last bowl of the end. Gary. He's come on the forehand.
This is big for Gary Kelly. It's coming
Come
through.
through the gap. No, not quite. Good try.
2. So they do get a number. 12-1, biggest lead of the match. And we are after 7 ends so far. This has been something insanely good.
They're just relentless.
Some really interesting results taking place. Barry Lester looking to get his vengeance over Cody Packer from the men's 4s. Lester 7, Packer 3 after 5, Rice 7, Nelson 0 after 5. McShane and Baker, we've already gone through that score, 9-1 in favour of the Jack McShane skip team. Right here, 12-1 after 7.
Another good start by Corey. Again, just putting the pressure on. As I said before, it's relentless. Somehow they'd like to pull the plug out. But unfortunately, the team Rorilla just continuing on. Corey again on the forehand, looking to draw another shot. And look at that. Another little trail. I think that looks like 2, Val.
Does. All right. So the challenge has been laid down to these 2 Tasmanians. What can they conjure up? Can they come back?
What do our viewers think, Val?
Well, some of them love Corey and Gary. Some of them love the Tasmanians. They will have the belief that they can come back. You don't get to a quarterfinal of the Australian Open for no reason. You get there because you're good.
It's been a mighty performance to get this far.
But Corey and Gary, they are a different ilk, these 2.
They certainly are. We're talking about 2 world champions here, Val.
Yep. So Josh Marshall needs to give Cody something. How's his line? He's well pointed.
As his speed.
Ooh. I think he's gone that little bit too far. So I reckon
Yeah, it's close.
It's shot, but they're at least 1 down. Could be 2.
But it's a good home, though, Val.
It is.
Josh,
So
now, Cody now has something to work with. He can trail that jack through. He could potentially make 2 or 3 even. Corey's looking at it. Yes. He says, no, we're not going to have any of that. So put in a covering bowl.
So margin is 11. Josh Walker-Davis wouldn't ride off the Tassie lads just yet. They've got fight in them. We believe you. We do believe you. They are very highly touted, especially Codi Marshall, part of the Right at Home Pathways Jackaroo team. And that one's going to go around the back to join Gary Kelly's, and they're going to touch.
Gary coming down the forehand, looking to draw just inside Corey's back bowl there.
Oh, yes.
And he has. Look at that. My goodness.
That is magnificent.
But it's still a chance there for Cody. He can still pick that jack up. Move it to the right of screen. This is one of those opportunities he needs to take. It's not quite there.
Got a little rub through.
Wow, he may have the shot.
One down now. It wiggled its way through.
It certainly did.
Like a witchetty grub. So Gary Kelly now didn't expect that he'd be one down here,
No.
but what he can do is he can sit that bowl away if he wants to. Try and make a few. Darren Lee.
He doesn't want any jack movement either.
Gone
He's going
big.
hard.
Well, they've got the tee. Gary Kelly cleared a lot of things, but not the shot bowl. So Cody Marshall with a chance to put in a second. Darren Lee saying, interestingly so, if Corey and Gary get to the semi-finals, Jack McShane was the one to put Gary Kelly out of the singles on Saturday at Mermaid Beach. That is exactly right. In what was a splendid performance.
That's a great pickup by our viewers. Okay. Cody looking to make two.
He's on a safe line here. That's not coming
Very
back.
safe. He's
One and run.
going to take the one and run. So what are they going to do here, Val? Are they going to change the length? Going to go long?
The problem is changing it against these two. They're going to find a way. So they might be going tee to tee here.
I think you could be right, Val. Could do something different. Could ask them a question.
Oh, 100%. And that's what they'll try and do. They'll continue to probe, ask the questions, and if Corey and Gary can continue to deal with what they're throwing at them, then they just have to say fair play to you. Didn't quite get to the tee. So let's see where this ends up for Cody and Josh.
On the backhand. He needs to plonk it on. He needs to put the pressure on Corey.
Short. Line was pretty good.
Not bad.
But Corey Wedlock does not need another invitation to get closer. Let's see what he's got.
Again, Val, you've got to take your opportunities against these two when the opportunity arises.
Well, he's left it open.
He certainly has.
He's got the shot.
But he's got a meter to draw into. He's coming on the backhand as well. I thought he might have changed hands there, Val.
Oh, he's definitely not short this time.
Taking the high line. He's gone through about a metre and a bit. It's good cover, though.
So his line's been pretty good for both. So just wait. One was too cold, one was too hot. Can the third be just right? Corey Wedlock is going to beat him there. That's good.
It's two.
Great home. It won't stay as two, you wouldn't think. Can he make the ultimate correction here, Josh Marshall?
He stayed on the backhand. I thought he might have changed hands, Val. But he's more confident on the backhand, obviously, as he slipped around that front.
Hasn't.
Not quite.
Might have cut him for second, but I dare say that Corey and Gary are going to pounce on this. And they've got last bowl too. They've scored in 6 ends of this match. 4 of those have been multiples, 2 threes and 2 twos. So they're working their way up in a rate of knots. Gary wants this to edge through. And it just gets around Corey's front. So it's probably the second, but Gary's still with a little bit of work to do here.
Change of length has thrown Corey out a little bit, do you think?
Oh, I don't think it's thrown him.
He's got the shot though.
But
so
and that's right.
But normally he's had 2 or 3 within a mat length.
It's probably his loosest end, but even if that's a loose end, then that's a pretty damn good one for most bowlers. And that's saying something about how good Corey Wedlock is.
Okay, Cody coming down the forehand. Don't mind this line. Don't mind this at all, Val. This could be the shot.
It is.
He has done it.
Bit of the Richie Benos in that.
He's done it.
Ball of the century, Holschke. He has done it. So Gary Kelly.
I still remember that bowl.
Yep, watching.
I was about 7:30 in the evening
Oh, okay.
here in Australia.
How old were you at that time?
Oh, I don't need to give that away. But I was in my 20s. How's that?
Okay, that's all right. That's gone through from Gary Kelly. It won't be the shot, but it's good weight and a good little sighter.
You don't remember that, Val?
No, that was, might have been, what year would that have been? 93, yeah, 3 years before I was born. I'm a 96 baby.
So young, Val.
Yeah, but then you meet some of the juniors here and you talk to them and they go, oh yeah, I was born in, 2009. And I look at them and I go, Roger Federer had already won 13 Grand Slams by the time you were born. This is weighted from Gary Kelly, knocks out the shot bowl.
What a cracking bowl.
And now they're left with nothing surrounding the jack here. That is a sensational delivery from the Irishman.
Meanwhile, on the neighbouring rink, Sean Baker has just killed the end. That's been respotted.
So now there
He
is...
didn't kill the end, did he?
Well, no, it's just a respot. This has to get there. This has to get there, and it crashes, but it comes in for second, maybe. Maybe.
2.
2 for Corey Wedlock, so chance... If he sits his bowl away or knocks the front 2 up, then this could be a big collect for Corey and Gary and extend this lead beyond 12. They are in an ominous mood. He's just gone on the draw here.
He's gone a little bit wide here, I think.
Just needs to run. Just needs to run. Just needs to run. It flopped.
Maybe.
I reckon it could be there.
Wow. Who would have thought that was going to come in from there?
So 1, 2. Get the tape out just to make sure that this is a third. It's at least 2 and it's at least a 12-shot lead. 3 kicked out.
Yep.
And it is 3. Gary did the work. 15-2 is the score. They get their third 3 of the match, and they are flying. Corey and Gary, they want a long lunch.
Well, it's 12:37 local time here on the Gold Coast. It is lunchtime. For all those viewers around Australia, I hope you're enjoying your lunch wherever you may be. If you're in WA, you're probably having some brunch or a late breakfast.
Yep. So, what?
It's the Joe Issel.
If you haven't filled up on your raspberry licorice yet, Paul.
If you live in Geelong region, you need your house painted. Go and see Joe Issel. He's a very Issel painting, very good supporter of the local Torquay Bowling Club. He's here enjoying the beautiful weather here on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I was in Geelong a few weeks ago for the footy, and
How did that go?
I did the VFL match beforehand, so that was a bit of fun calling that. But then the AFL, when you watch your team drop a 29-point lead, it's never fun, especially when you know that it's coming.
Well, we've got to play Geelong this weekend, this Friday night.
You'll get them this time, Paul.
I hope so.
You will get them this time. They are not as good as what a lot of people are considering them to be, I don't think. But
They did beat us earlier in the season.
Those green men, I reckon, ruined you that night.
Oh, well.
And look,
we didn't take our opportunities well, that being Carlton, the
Josh
Mighty Blues.
Marshall.
What a bowl.
Brilliantly done.
And there's some round of applause.
Now, a big turnaround here, and this happened in the previous match where Nathan Rice and Flynn O'Shaughnessy burst out to a big lead against Aaron Wilson and Ben Twist. They led 14-3 there. They led 12-2 against Jacob and Kane Nelson. Well, it's 12-11 now, Paul, after 9 shots from the last two ends coming from Jacob and Kane. That is a big turnaround there.
As they say, it's never over until it's over.
The Capalaba products doing really well. What have we got here?
Ooh.
Josh Marshall leading to perfection. That is the one, I reckon. Might need some more toucher spray.
It might be the one for now, but I dare say it won't stay there.
Yeah, Gary Kelly might just go big here and knock them all away.
He can be very disruptive on the green, can't he? If you're the opposition. I'm sure he won't die wondering here. Okay, the backhand. He's just looking to either sit on that front green one or any movement of the jack.
Too high.
But it's a good plant, though. At this stage of the game, they can always afford to drop a one, Val.
Well, yeah, when you're up by 13, you want to try and keep that lead now if you're Gary and Corey. I think you set yourselves these little tasks to try and keep motivated as Cody Marshall spills the jack out a bit further. Has that obstructed things now? But you want to, I think if you're them, when you're leading by this much, it's easy to get complacent. But I think if you're Corey and Gary, to keep that margin above 12 so that you can try and work your way to the finish line earlier than the full allotment of ends, I think that's the way to do it. Play those little games within a game.
It certainly is.
Gary Kelly now, switching hands. I tell you what, Paul.
He's not far away. He's not far away. Oh, hang on.
They just keep wiggling through here. I think he might be one up still.
It's hard to tell.
This is very hard to tell. And the heads have been pretty congested as well at times. It's not that Cody and Josh have been off the mark. It's just
standard of play definitely doesn't. Oh.
Well, that might change things for Gary and Corey. It might make it a little better for them. They can really tuck that jack away.
I'd imagine. Oh, no, he's going to stay on the forehand. I thought he would have played on the backhand.
Maybe it's too risky to trail it back. He's on a tighter line than before. They're not sure about it. It's coming. It's going to cut away.
Yeah, I thought the backhand would have been a more favourable hand, but what would I know? They've got gold medal.
World champs gold medals around their necks last year in September.
Have any of those. Okay.
He's gone on a wider line, Cody Marshall.
It's turning, but has it got the speed?
It's trying.
It's not far away. What a great effort.
So, one to Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly, is it? Nope, one to the Marshalls. We couldn't quite see. So, 15-3 is the buffer. We're going end for end at the moment in a bit of a holding pattern. No one's won consecutive ends.
They're trying another tactic here, Val, bringing the mat right up.
No one's won consecutive ends since end 4 and 5. Margin stands at 12.
Tell you what, might be a call for the umpire here, Val. I don't think Corey's too fast. He likes playing short ends, so they're going to leave it there. Right, so they are calling the umpire to measure the length. As we know, minimum length is 21 metres. So the one and only Bob Carlson has walked onto the green. Got a bit of help here from Cody. Meanwhile, another advertisement for the BPL Cup. For those who aren't aware of the BPL Cup, it's a very unique competition. There is nothing like it. It is a club-based competition where you enter teams from within your club. You play at qualifying rounds around Australia. Then you can qualify, make your way through to a state or regional final, and then potentially to a national final to take out a national title, which is played at the BPL at Pine Rivers in November. So we'll have one or two state representatives from each state that will come to Pine Rivers and play for the BPL Cup national final. And last year, Team Edelong took out the title. So entries are still open. Please visit the Bowls Australia website and go to bowls.com.au/BPL Cup, one word, and find a venue near you. It's only $78 for a team. We normally play sectional play in the qualifying rounds. So here's your opportunity to enjoy the fast-paced competition, which is based off the BPL or the Jack Attack competition, where we play 2 sets of 5 ends with a power play. If it's 1 set all, there will be a tiebreaker. It's short and sharp, and it's a lot of fun. It's also one of those formats where you can have an extra player in your team, so you can register 4 people in your team, and you can swap in and out during the match. Well, at the completion of the end. So if your skipper isn't doing so well, you can say, skipper, off to the bar, and I'm going to come in and take over. So it's a lot of fun. It's one of those formats where you really need to be on guard at all times, because the game can get away from you if the opposition calls their power play and gets a score. But everyone who plays it really enjoys the format. So BPL Cup, please give it a go. Get some mates from your club and put in a team. All right, back to the bowls. Corey has he's holding 2. Gary's looking to add a 3rd here.
And they have, more importantly, Paul, last bowl.
It's relentless.
It is relentless. And
So the
it's
Marshall,
close.
Team Marshall tried to go for a short end. But as we know, Corey Wedlock, he loves short ends.
Yep, and we saw that at Worlds last year. That one's not going to do the job.
And I heard he did that in his singles at Helensvale. He went short and just completely dominated the match. I can't remember who he beat in that round, but he certainly favours the short ends. It's a skill in itself to be able to lay a shorter end.
I think 1 in, 1 out there. Still 4, I reckon this is to Gary Kelly and Corey Wedlock, which would extend the margin to 16. If they got it. Cody Marshall has got to do something here.
He certainly does, Val.
Because it's slipping away from them.
It certainly is.
Well, he's gone with arriving weight here. He's not far away.
Line looks good, Val.
Needs it to hold up.
Going
And
to be a very good result here. What
that's
a great
the
bowl.
one. And it's flopped in behind as well.
What a cracker.
Look at the replay.
Good to see the replay here.
Now, what does Gary do? It's going to be really hard to get at.
He's certainly not content to let them have one anyway.
How's he going? Gary Kelly crashes and almost. Wow.
Tell you what, if he hadn't have hit that front bowl, I think there was every chance.
So for the first time in this match, they win multiple ends in a row, and the margin is at 11 shots. 15-4. That's after 11 ends. They were on the verge of being down by 16 before Cody Marshall played that bomb. He should be really thrilled with himself.
Absolutely.
Now, Paul Gertz asking the question, I'm a dual member of clubs. Can I play BPL Cup for both clubs?
Your primary club, Paul, is the club that you should be playing out of.
Yep.
Where does Paul come from? Do we?
Hasn't said.
Okay, Corey coming down on the forehand. Just putting the pressure on again. Look at that. What a great start. Just a little nudge of the jack.
Yeah, they'll be a little bit disappointed not to have gotten that 4. I reckon they'd want to keep finishing this. They are competitive beasts, these two. They love the competition.
Oh, good line.
Semi-final spot up for grabs.
You don't get that opportunity very often, do you, Val?
Not at the AO. Especially when there's so many teams, especially when you're in the men's singles pool. 1,300 entries, and Aaron Sheriff hasn't lost since the semi-finals of the 2021 edition of the tournament.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite remarkable what Aaron Sheriff...
You've got to win 11 matches to win the event. It's a marathon.
Yep, not a sprint at all.
Corey looking to add a third. He's not far away. He's just...
It's coming. It's working its way in, urging it to work in, and a nice little high five from Gary Kelly saying, well done,
He looks
Corey.
very relaxed, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Corey?
Oh, they're 11 ahead. It's a perfect day on the Gold Coast. Not many clouds in the sky. You're near the beach. He's just had his birthday up here. What more could you ask for if you are Corey Wedlock?
I would say to be the pairs winner in 2024. I'm sure that's what he'd be asking for. And at the moment, they're looking very good for that.
So Paul says he plays for Dowran, but also plays for Warwick in Perth, lives in Perth, travels 160 kilometres to play. That is dedication and a half. What has Gary Kelly got here? It's going to come around the back.
Looks like he's just going to add another one.
Cover and count for Gary Kelly. Oh, yeah. 4.
Yeah. But
Cody Marshall asked another question here.
can he respond like he did on the last end?
Josh doesn't mind it.
Look at this. It's just going to sneak on through. He's cut it back, though.
He has,
Looks like
but
it's only one now.
holes are made for bowls, as Michael Hollywood Sorensen likes to say. And that was a hole made for a bowl.
Forehand draw. Gary Kelly. It's looking a bit higher, this one. Maybe he's looking to cover the back.
He'll get one around there, so
He's got the backers now.
that's the tee. You're right, Paul. Let's see what happens here. Cody Marshall.
I'd say he'd be drawing in on the backhand. Looking to beat the Wedlock bowl. And he is, yep. He's just about ready to release. Off it comes. Come on, young man.
This is going to drop underneath.
Great line, though.
His line, splendid. So now where does Gary Kelly go? Does he come in on the other hand? Where does he go here? Gary Kelly, they're holding one.
That yellow rag, just saying, put it here, buddy.
Little touch of the jack, definitely.
He needs it to slow down.
Oh, it's coming.
It's not just a little bit. Oh.
Oh, hang on. I reckon that's pushed it in for two.
Definitely two now. Wow. 17-4.
Margin, biggest of the match. Equal biggest of the match. 13 shots. 17-4.
6 ends to go.
Well, if it stays this way, only 4 ends to go, Paul.
Well, we need a number here. It is possible. It's happened before. But when Corey leads like this, it makes it very difficult.
Yeah, it's splendid. Of course, tomorrow, Paul, we are not at Broadbeach streaming. We will be at Helensvale for that final Wednesday of the competition while the bump-in occurs here at Broadbeach.
What have we got at Helensvale? What matches?
Everything. Everything. We don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. We'll confirm that later on in the day. But this match and the one next door looks like Clark and McShane could be on a collision course with Wedlock and Kelly for a spot in the AO final here in the men's pairs. That'll be Thursday. We know that.
Cracking match.
We know that will be Thursday. The men's pairs semi-final, or the men's pairs final, women's singles final on Thursday afternoon.
Okay. Josh watching very...
But the semi-final, Paul,
is
Heyman v. Cottrell.
Oh.
That is going to be something out of this world.
A replay of the...
And we'll confirm tomorrow's lineup, as I said, tonight.
The replay of the 2022.
Yes, it is. Rematch of the 2022 final.
Where Kelsey...
I think it was 21-17. Very close.
Very high quality match.
Oh, we're going to see something even better, I think.
Dawn has been in outstanding form.
Just going around the back there from Josh.
Holding one. Team Warilla. Okay, what's Cody going to do here? Needs to make something happen. And quickly. He's got the high line here, I think. Is it going to come in, Val?
Yep.
It's not a bad effort.
That's a splendid effort, Paul.
Oh, my goodness, what a bowl.
Phenomenal.
That'll be shot. It's piling the pressure on.
Yeah, and that just skidded through everything and still 2 down, possibly even 3.
I'd say it's 3, Val.
Yep, that's 3. But now that jack is out in the open. So Gary Kelly's going to need to cover here. This is...
I think he'll just draw another one in.
Yep. but also just cover things away so that...
get behind. I think that'll be good.
Yep, that's fine.
Just.
So, one more left for each of the
right.
skips after this.
Okay, Cody, we need one here.
He's going to
it's
drop
turning.
well short.
Yeah. Well, that's, as we've talked about in the past, taking your opportunities. You only get a few in each game. Defining moments.
A big collect here, and Gary and Corey will be well on their way to the semis.
You know, the white flag time, wouldn't it?
Not far away from it. And he's going for the tee here just in case there's some weight played. Because they're holding a couple. They know that.
He's got the tee, yes.
So
He's very quick on the mat.
can't be short here.
He's
Cody Marshall.
He's got to draw the shot.
And he won't. Or will he? No.
The line was exceptional. He's cut one back. I'd say it's 2.
It is 2. So the lead is now 19-4.
With
And it's
5 ends to go.
15 shots. They are very, very close now. They can smell the final 4. If they can extend this lead to beyond 18, there could only be one end left. It's getting dangerous for this Tasmanian combo.
Yes.
And they've only, and I think the most impressive thing about what Corey and Gary have done is that they haven't been worse than second shot in any single head.
That's right.
The only scores that the Marshalls have achieved have been ones.
Very rarely has Gary had to step up onto the mat and change the head too often. They've had control the whole way through. As we've said before, it's been relentless. And here's another one by Corey. That'll be the shot. Look, I don't think the Marshall boys can be too hard on themselves. They've had a very good tournament to get this far.
They have.
They should be very proud of their efforts. They'll enjoy some prize money.
So Corey and Gary just looking to work through the motions here. 15 shots ahead. If they can push this even further, they can end it quicker than what they even hoped. These Tasmanian boys, they've got a lot of fight in them, that's for sure.
They're going to learn a lot from this game, Val. Hopefully they'll reflect.
I'm sure they will.
And it'll make them stronger next time.
It's been good leading here from Josh. See what Cody can come up with.
Gary's going to stick to the forehand by the looks of it. No. You can change to the backhand. Just more the open hand. Can land on that front Corey Wedlock bowl. Make 2. The line's pretty good.
Yeah, he's not far off at all. Or he might just cut underneath and take the
You might
jack
just go
into
through all of them.
Well,
Who would have
certainly
thought?
wasn't expected.
No.
I believe they've got one.
He won't be too disappointed with the home. They've got coverage on both sides now.
How's his weight here, Cody? How's his weight? Doesn't want to promote that bowl of Corey Wedlock's. That jack's begging to be nudged somewhere. One down, indicated by Corey Wedlock.
I think that's a correct call by Corey.
What's he saying?
Stick onto the backhand. Just draw it in. Any nudge of my bowl. Well, that's the Corey Wedlock bowl. Well,
and this is much closer. This is much closer from Gary Kelly. He's not far away. He might just draw this cold, and he's got the same result as before. Just a little bit closer to the jack.
Wow. Same.
So he's got one more, though. And he knows exactly what he's got to do now. This one's going to dart underneath again. But is it in the way?
Could be.
I don't think
there's
so.
Still room there. Corey's having a good look at the head. What's he going to say? Forehand. Change hands. One down.
So, minor correction. Gary Kelly. Well, they've got shot now, I reckon. It's close.
Okay, what can Cody do? Needs to draw the shot. I don't think he's far away, Val. What a great bowl.
Brilliant bowl.
That is a...
Was it 2 in the end? It was.
It was 2.
So 19-6. They get their first multiple. 4 ends to play.
There's still life, Val.
There is, but they need a really, really quick lease of life.
Not quite at the defib stage yet, are we?
Not yet, but we're close.
Okay. Need a good start here by Josh. Good line. How's his speed? 2.5 metres short. He won't be happy with that. And I'm sure Corey will make him pay. And here it comes. Look at this. Right on the money. If we had to judge a best on ground for this game, I would definitely be leaning towards Corey.
Oh, 100%. What he's been able to do has been nothing short of brilliant.
Oh, this is not a bad response. It's coming. Oh, it's just going to sneak under. Okay, what does Corey? Corey's so quick on the mat. He's going to try and draw a second. Just keep applying the pressure. And he's just going to sneak around behind. Great bowl.
So the margin at 13. 4 ends to play, including this one. 3 ends after this. I dare say we might only have 2 ends left.
Oh, he's going hard.
Just missing.
It's missed. And what does Corey do? Just play it again, Sam. Roll it in on the backhand.
The Nathan Rice score, Luke, exactly what we had, what we've got for you now. No update as of yet.
Doesn't like it. Short. Could be a nuisance bowl, though, for the opposition, if they want to come in on the forehand. Okay, Cody. He's playing some weight again, I see.
Oh, he skimmed past, cut it down.
Missed.
But he cut it down. So Gary Kelly will try and add in another one. Also get quite close to the tee. Because I dare say if they're going for it.
Sticking to the backhand.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Gary
behind.
Kelly.
Just behind, will it be? No, right onto it. Oh, beautiful bowl.
That is sensational.
They just, again, they've been relentless.
Luke Turner enjoying on his lunch break. He played yesterday in the men's pairs against Ryan Bester and Ryan Burnett. Another weighted shot. Corey's bowl now has been obstructed. Gone.
One.
But it is a toucher. It is a live bowl in the ditch. So Gary will need to put another one in here.
I don't think so, Val. I think that's it's been put on the bank.
No, it's in the ditch.
Right,
It is in the ditch.
Yes, I can see it now.
Gary Kelly. Oh, just sneaking past. So, the weighted shot is on offer again.
He pulls this out. He's
A little bit less weight this time, and he's on a much higher line. So it's going to be one at least to Wedlock and Kelly. Now does Gary say, you know what, I might try and sit that bowl out wide and make a couple? Or do you just try and trail the jack?
He's having a look. He's having a look at it.
Almost.
Very close. They'll be happy with a one.
So 20-6 is the scoreline. The margin at 14.
3 ends to go.
Well, if they can score a 4 here. Well, actually, no. All they need to do now is just score here. Or if they drop a 1. Well, they can't even... If they... Actually, hang on, I'm trying to do the maths here.
Yeah,
Nothing short of a 4 for Cody and
how was your maths,
Josh?
Val? How'd you do at school?
Not well.
Not well.
Oh, sorry, I've written it. Yeah, sorry. I've written the wrong score down. Sorry. Nothing short of a 2 will save them now.
Yeah, and Corey.
I wasn't good at maths at school.
That's okay, Val. You're the voice of the people. That's all that matters.
The man of the people and the voice of the people. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Should we use our powers for good or evil, Paul?
Oh, only good, Val. Again, Corey has... he's just been... again, I think the word relentless.
So if Marshall and Marshall score a 2, they'll push it into a penultimate end. If it's a 1 or a win of the end to Corey and Gary, the match is over after 16. This could very well be the last end of the match. And at the moment, they are holding game and a place in the semi-finals. It's going to take something Herculean to end or to come back. Especially
and
if
look at this.
Corey Wedlock just
up
dropped
a little bit. Slightly bowling into a breeze.
So there's the new score for Rice and Nelson. 17-14 in favour of Nathan Rice and Flynn O'Shaughnessy over Kane and Jacob Nelson. 3 ends to play there.
So Josh coming down on the backhand, looking for a nice little trail. He has got it.
Well, it might just be enough to force another end here at the moment.
Oh, so they're only holding 1.
But they would need back-to-back full counts if they did.
Well, they need a number, Val.
They need...
Gary going to do in on the back end here.
Well, to win it in the allotment of 18 ends, they need 5 per end. And Corey and Gary are not dropping that. And Gary Kelly...
Oh, my goodness. I think he's ready for lunch.
Monumental.
I think he said, I'm ready.
Yep. Cody Marshall. There's an option here for him. It's coming.
Do you reckon they buy him lunch?
I don't know. It's working back. Cody Marshall.
Oh,
Did it do
what a
enough?
great
Corey
bowl.
says one down.
Great bowl.
Magnificent bowl from the young Tasmanian.
Well,
Fighting so hard.
coming down on the backhand. Any movement of his bowl, and it's the little knock. Can bring it in for shot.
Gary Kelly
Looking
going to drop.
just a bit too tight.
But that's a very nice
Very
home.
nice home, yep. Agree. It's been a quick game, hasn't it?
Yeah.
They haven't mucked around at all, these players.
Cody Marshall, I tell you what, he's not far off.
Through the gap.
Holes are made for bowls. So Gary Kelly now.
Well, this could end their run.
They've got one more in the tank here, Cody Marshall. They need to make it 2. A 2 sends it on. But Gary Kelly... Oh, there it is.
Hello.
We will continue. That's not the result that they wanted.
Looks like lunch is delayed. Got another end.
Or hasn't that come out of nowhere?
Wow.
Gary didn't want to touch on that jack. A 2 and run here. And the margin is at 12.
Yeah, but can he make a third? Can he make a third? Oh.
No.
What a great try.
2 it is. 20-8.
Josh just looking at the scoreboard, doing the math. Yes, we're still in this. 2 6s. And we go an extra end. So it's plain and simple, Val.
Full count.
They need a 6 and another 6. I wonder if that's ever been done before.
Oh, I'm sure in over 100 years of bowls, most likely.
I guess it's little things, Val. Just trying to get to double figures. That would be a great accomplishment.
Yep.
Against a team of this ilk.
Well, the thing is, if I'm Corey, you could have just ended it after 1 there. Just try and drive at the bowl, kill it, knock it out, and that's game over. Finish it off.
He needs a bit of practice for the singles.
But they're more mature and level-headed than I am. 2 ends to play. Nathan Rice and Kane Nelson, 17-16. That's true. Philip Archer saying they haven't been playing 3-bowl pairs for 100 years. That's true.
Very, very good observation, that.
I much prefer 3-bowl pairs.
Oh, as a purist, 2-2-2-2.
Oh.
2 and a walk.
It's long.
It is a long game.
It is long. It's, yeah,
It is a great format, though, as a bowler.
maybe to play.
Yeah.
Viewing purposes, I don't think so. I know a lot of people do love it, though.
Well, we need a 6. Say for our viewers at home, it's going to be an early lunch. Can't see them making 6 out of this.
No. The short bowl doesn't help.
And Corey.
A 6 is going to be mightily hard to achieve. So they've got their hands pretty much in the semi-finals. These last 3 bowls each will probably just be for formalities, just to confirm it. But they have been mighty and ruthless and dominant.
And the other word, relentless.
Yep.
It's been quite the display. The Marshall boys should be quite proud of their performance. I think to play the standard that Corey and Gary have dished up is, it's outstanding. But they've certainly been in and thereabouts on every end. They haven't disgraced themselves. They haven't given away any real major shots on it.
Nah, only a couple of twos here and there, but Gary and Corey, this is...
Look at that.
Look at that. They're still one down, but they won't mind. There's no way a 6 is coming here.
No. Be good if they could get another one. Take it to 10, reach double figures.
Yeah, it'd be a nice sort of bonus considering we didn't think that was on offer at all.
So they certainly haven't disgraced themselves.
No.
And the standard has been very high.
Not at all. Gary Kelly putting in his second. One bowl left to come from each of the skips here. And Gary Kelly, 2 nudges of the jack and still one down.
Well, they could pick up a 3 here. Any movement of the jack, and they could have 3.
Well, it's working its way.
Oh, good try.
So just the one. Gary Kelly will put this bowl down because they're hungry and they want to win by as much as possible. That's how competitive they are.
I thought you said they wanted lunch, an early lunch.
Well, they might as well put this down. And Gary Kelly,
oh my goodness,
finishes it.
Look at that. He said, "No, I'm not going to have any of that."
With a brilliant bowl. Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly, they're into the semi-finals of the 2024 Australian Open in the men's pairs. They win 21-8 over Josh Marshall and Codi Marshall of Tasmania. An amazing performance from the two of them. They were, as you said, Paul Holschke, relentless, and they thoroughly deserve their spot in the final 4 of the AO in 24.
They certainly were, and that last bowl summed it up.
Brilliantly done. Absolutely amazing. We'll try and give you some score updates before we do turn off for the lunch break. Final session at 2:30 p.m. It'll be the winner of Rice and Nelson up against the winner of Leicester and Packer. And we'll just check those scores at the moment. Leicester 10, Packer 8 after 12. And Rice and Nelson at 17-16. I think it's 17-16, I believe. No one's updated the scoreboard. So we'll shut off and you'll probably know by the time we start streaming in an hour's time about who's playing or who's won because they're who will be playing. So 17-16 as it stands for Nathan Rice and Kane Nelson. Nathan Rice in front at the moment. Paul Holschke, thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.
Of course,
the
AO proudly supported by Experience Gold Coast and the Queensland Government through Tourism and Events Queensland. Thank you for your support to the both of them. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Lockie,
to our viewers
for controlling the pictures as well. We'll catch you in just over an hour's time for the men's pairs semi-final.
Aero, used by world champions Kelvin Kirko, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Tees and Aaron Sheriff. Swirl, Aero's new colourway, easy on the eye and in over 65 colours. Aero's enhanced grip allows you to go up 1 to 2 sizes, shaped to give maximum comfort and control. Made in Australia, machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy. Aero provide the most accurate of bowls. Aero, same line every time.